Hi everybody, welcome to MJ Comics. I'm James Mack and today's video I'm going to be showcasing my new setup in my new house. In what feels like has been the best part of a year of my family's lives. This past year has been stressful and we are extremely grateful that we've finally moved into our new house. And you know what? We couldn't be more happier. So thank you to everybody who wished us well. It's very much appreciated. But I've never done a room tour video for my own room, so I really hope you enjoy this type of video. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and don't forget to leave a comment on what you think of my setup. So I really hope you enjoy the video and I will see you guys later on. So let's do a 360 tour. So I've hooked up these RGB lights and I can change colour. That's just to red light district, green, blue, that's pretty cool, I like that one. But there's all sorts of colours like orange, yellow, blue, purple. My favourite is probably the white because it just makes it pop a bit more. So if we take a look at these comic concept magnetic holders, they've got some of my favourite comic covers in there. Obviously I'm a massive Todd McFarlane fan, as you can see, but I'm also, one of my favourite characters is the Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly. So you'll see a couple of key issues there as well, along with a couple of other comic covers that I love, but let's run through it together. So we've got the complete Spider-Man issue number 1, Todd McFarlane cover. This is a UK reprint from 1990. This particular comic normally comes with like a patch attached to it, but in this case it's been ripped off. That's why I put it up for display. We've got the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 316, that classic Todd McFarlane cover with Venom against Spider-Man. Absolutely wonderful. We've got the Incredible Hulk issue number 340. Again, Todd McFarlane, the Hulk versus Wolverine in an iconic cover. We've also got Wizard issue number 1 with the Wizard Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane. Absolutely beautiful cover. We've got Wizard issue number 9, which features Venom on the front, and it's just a really cool cover. And leaning into my obsession with the Scarlet Spider, we've got the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 149, which is the first appearance of the clone, the Spider-Man clone. And then we've got this piece here, which I got a few years back for Father's Day. It was a commission by, it was a commission from Stephen Butler, who first drew the Scarlet Spider in Web of Spider-Man issue number 118. This was supposed to be the original cover, so I thought it was cool to get the commission done for that. We've got obviously Web of Spider-Man 118, which is the first appearance of the Scarlet Spider. It's my third copy of that book. We've got the Web of Scarlet Spider issue number 1 in a newsstand, which is pretty cool. That's why that's up here. And then we've got the Spider-Man Super Special. So we've got the Amazing Spider-Man Super Special, which is a flip book, and on the back cover is the Scarlet Spider homaged from Todd McFarlane. And then we've got Wolverine, the limited series, issue number 1 in a newsstand by Frank Miller, which is an awesome cover. And we've got X-Men issue number 266, again in a newsstand, which is the first appearance of Gambit. And then these two in the corner here, they're just really pop culture references for me. So growing up, I was a big fan of watching Smallville on the TV, and this comic here is Smallville issue number 1, and it is in fact signed there by Tom Welling, the actor who played Clark Kent. And then underneath we have the X-Files. Again, I was a big fan of that growing up, and this is signed by David Duchovny just there, which I thought was awesome. So that's that wall there. This can, to be fair, the idea of this was I can chop and change what comics I can put in there, which is good. These shelves here are from IKEA, and they're dirt cheap. They fit 2 slabs on. They've got like grooves in where you can just lean them in there. But we have the Silver Surfer issue number 1 in a 5.0 CGC, which is the origin of the Silver Surfer, and it's a beautiful, beautiful cover. And then we have my only PSA slab, which is Marvel Keith, which is the Silver Surfer 1 variant cover in green, which I think is pretty cool. And these things actually weigh quite a bit. Like, the weight in this is absolutely insane. It comes like wrapped as well, which is pretty cool. But we have an amazing Fantasy 15 canvas print, and then, which I'll be honest, that book there is my absolute grail. I think once I own that, then that will be the end of comic book collecting, but I don't think I'm going to own that book. But then we have Batman 423. This is the second print in a 9.4, and then we have Superman issue number 233 in a 6.0. Batman 423 is by obviously Todd McFarlane, and then the Superman is, the artist is Neil Adams. And then, speaking of Todd McFarlane, I've got this pretty cool Green Goblin statue that I need to set up. It's pretty cool. And this is just my desk where the magic happens. So there's my Rode mic. This is my new chair. I'm really happy with that. Looks comfortable. And there's my Comic Book Community Award from 2021. Got People's Choice Award. And here is my Dundee for World's Best Daddy. Thanks, kids. And then here we have some Lego heads, which we have Carnage, Venom, and Iron Man. They're pretty cool. And then this piece here is of the Scarlet Spider, and it's by my good friend Kevin, who is on Instagram. He was formerly Superpower Review on YouTube. Still hoping one day he comes back, because I really loved his channel. He had an awesome setup. But Kevin is a great artist, and this Scarlet Spider that he did for me is up on the wall here. You can check him out here. He is Karate Kevin 64 on Instagram. Then we have some more Lego, which is Batman themed. So we've got the Batmobile, the Batwing, and the Batcowl and mask, which is pretty cool. And then this here, what we have is a display cabinet. But if I open it up, so I was really looking forward to setting this up, because I picked up these McFarlane little statues for a really good price actually. This was like $12.99, but obviously it goes really well with the Amazing Spider-Man 316 there, signed by Todd McFarlane. And you also get like a really cool little trading card as well with it, which is pretty cool. And we got Amazing Spider-Man 300, again with another Todd McFarlane statue, and you get a card as well. Pretty dope. And then again with New Mutants 98, first appearance of Deadpool. We have again a beautiful McFarlane statue, and that card as well. And then to top it off, the boot got like a Wolverine one as well. I thought it was pretty cool, but I don't have a graded version of that Wolverine from Jim Lee's X Men 1 issue, but again you get the card with it as well. So this is my retro gaming corner where I've got my consoles where I like to play games. So I've got my Super Retro Trio 3, which plays Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, NES and Super Nintendo, so that's awesome. I've obviously got my NES there, I've got my Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Nintendo GameCube and PlayStation 2, which also plays PlayStation 1. But yeah, that's just I've got like a Sony TV to play that stuff on. And up in this corner here, I've got my 2 Turtles slabs. I've got Raphael issue number 1, which is the first appearance of Casey Jones in a 9.0 CGC. And I also have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 1 from 1985. This is the 3rd printing. It is a 9.2 CGC grade. It's the first appearance of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So here we have my Maximum Carnage shrine. I've got a Carnage Marvel Select or Diamond Select statue. I have the Maximum Carnage Green Jelly mixtape with the cards still attached at the back. That's pretty dope. Obviously I've got my 9.2 Maximum Carnage comic there. Great cover, I absolutely love it. And then I've got my only graded video game, which is Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage in a 7.0. This has been restored. There's a bit of glue on the box, which is insane. And then we have some more statues. We've got Spider-Man and Venom, but we've got a 9.6, just try and catch that right, a 9.6 Venom Finale issue number 3, which is a fantastic cover in a newsstand as well, which is pretty dope. And then we've got the Spider-Man Commodore 64 game in the background there. And then we have my omnibuses. In the past year I've started collecting, so I've got the original Secret Wars, I've got the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars, which I'm very much looking forward to reading. I've got Ben Reilly Volume 1 omnibus. I've got Spider-Man the Complete Black Costume Saga. I've got the Clone Sagas 1 and 2. Spider-Man vs Venom. The reason why the majority of these are still in the cellophane is because I didn't want them getting damaged in the move, so I'm very much looking forward to opening these now. Spider-Man 2099, which is Volume 1. Hawkeye, which is the Matt Fraction run. House of M. We've got, again, really looking forward to getting these out to have a look at the art in these, because they're going to be absolutely beautiful. We've got Swamp Thing by Alan Moore, volumes 1, 2 and 3. We've got the Infinity Gauntlet as well, which is an absolute monster of an Omni. We've got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Compendium volume 1, which I can't wait to read that. Venom as well, which is volume 1 as that. And I was a big fan of Game of Thrones, so these are like the graphic novels of Game of Thrones. The Last Ronin and then Spawn. I really want to get the Spawn deluxe editions. And then if we move on to my video game collection, I am very much a love purchasing boxed video games. So these are my Super Nintendo games, which are boxed. Obviously got Chrono Trigger, Zelda, Secret of Mana, Illusion of Time, Mystic Quest, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters, Power Rangers, Manchester United Championship Soccer. I'm a Manchester United fan for my sins. Super Mario Kart, Street Fighter 2, Donkey Kong, Star Wing, Battletoads, Jurassic Park, Empire Strikes Back, Alien 3, The Addams Family, Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt, Killer Instinct, Super Soccer, another copy of Mystic Quest, because I wasn't happy with this box and wanted a better box, Maximum Carnage, and then a random N64 game for Star Wars Rogue Squadron. And then we move on to my NES games, which is Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 3, Donkey Kong Classics, Duck Hunt, Turtles 1, Turtles 2, the arcade game, which is phenomenal, Batman, Hook, Mega Man 2, Terminator 2, Bart and the Space versus the Space Mutants, the Gremlins 2, Gauntlet 2, Pinbot, and then Top Gun. And then these are like my Sega Mega Drive, Genesis, whatever you guys call it in the States. We've got Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Street Fighter 2, Spider-Man, Jurassic Park, Aladdin. Have a random assortment of Game Boy games and Game Boy Advance games. We've got Zelda, The Link to the Past there, Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Time on Nintendo DS. And then we've got my GameCube games, which are Super Mario Sunshine, The Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker. This is the collector edition, which has got Majora's Mask in it and Oracle of Time. The Star Fox Adventures, Judge Dredd, Dread vs. Death, which is a great first-person shooter. And then we've got Tales of Symphonia, which is pretty cool. Then we've got some more trade paperbacks, just a random selection of them, which are pretty cool. So we've got like my Batman stuff here and Watchmen, pretty much DC stuff over here, Marvel over this side. And we have some Funko Pops, so we've got three of my favourite comics actually. So we've got Amazing Spider-Man 300, Amazing Spider-Man 316 and Batman 423, all in Funko Pop form. And then I've got the Super Nintendo Classic Mini and Nintendo Entertainment System Mini as well. I've never really used them, to be fair. And then we've got the Spider-Man Limited Edition DVD Collector's Gift Set, which has, if I pull this out, it has it has a reprint of Amazing Fantasy 15 in there, which I really need to put in a bag and board. That artwork on the front of that gift set looks phenomenal. On this part here we have the MJ Comics stand, but we've got this really cool Game Boy Color stand, which has got my Game Boy Color in it. It's got some games, we've got like Pokemon Red, Yellow, Blue, the trading card game, Silver, and then we've got Beetlejuice as well, which is just a fun game. And then we've got some more artwork here by my friend Kevin from Karate Kevin 64, and this as well by James Boyd, which is brilliant. Got some more Lego here, another Spider-Man statue here, and then we've got these slabs as well, which is a Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 1, 6.0. It is from 1968 and it's a brilliant cover. But then we've got Marvel Preview issue number 4, which is the first appearance of Star-Lord in a 5.5. Some of my Blu-rays here at the top with some Funko Pops, which is pretty much all the like Marvel MCU stuff. And then leading on to like DCU, got my PlayStation 1 games. We've got Final Fantasy, Grand Theft Auto, Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil, Spider-Man 1 and 2, Digimon World, Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh! And the X-Files. Then we've got some raw, as you would say it, NES games. So we've got another Donkey Kong, Goonies 2, New Ghostbusters 2, The Adventure of Link, The Legend of Zelda, We've got Spider-Man Return of the Sinister Six, and Super Mario Brothers 2 and Captain Planet and the Planeteers. We've got some raw Super Nintendo games. So we've got Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario World. We've got some Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy booster packs there. And then we move on to my PlayStation 2 games, which are just a variety of them. So we've got Final Fantasy X, Kingdom Hearts, Evil Dead, The X-Files, The Thing, Scarface, Spider-Man 2, Dragon Ball Z, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, pretty much The Godfather, another Digimon game, so pretty cool. Then we got some books down here, and we got the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition on Blu-ray. So keep your eyes out for this. This Daredevil issue number 302 has been donated to the channel. Thank you so much to Adam Payne for this. So this will be in my next episode of Stash and Dash. So I'll be hiding this in a comic book store. So more details of that will come soon. I keep like my controllers, comic book accessories, some more trading card stuff, some Spawn Pogs, Digimon trading cards, Pokemon ones, Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that. And then these are my random assortment of action figures. Beetlejuice, Biker Mice from Mars, just stuff from my childhood really. Secret Wars, Hulk, Batman, Sandman, pretty cool stuff. And then in here is my recent comic pickup. So we've got Batman 1 blind bag, which I need to open. Got to read Battle Beast 4. Everything Dead and Dying, looking forward to reading that. This is for Hood. And then I've got Exquisite Corpses. I've got to catch up on these. So I hope you've really enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed showing you guys around. I really appreciate you sticking around and watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Always look forward to reading people's comments, so thank you so much. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.
James Mack in the spotlight glare. Comics stacked, high stories to share. Weekly hauls and interviews flow. Dive deep into the tales we know. MJ Comics fill the screen. Collectors' dreams in vibrant scenes. Interviews with comic kings. Listen to the wisdom it brings.